Welcome race fans to IWCR tonight at Rockingham in the Gen 6 car for 150 laps of excitement here. We're watching these guys practice. They're about 17 minutes out of qualifying. They have a 15-minute qualifying session, so we'll hang with them here for a little bit. Might try to get a word in with a couple of drivers if there's anybody in here. So give me a couple minutes to track somebody down and we will do that. Hey, Roger.
What's up, buddy?
I didn't hear you sneak in on me, sorry.
I'm good like that.
Yep. I'm going to drag Travis Townsend up here and maybe try to get a little pre-race interview in on him. If he's around. Travis Townsend, you got a copy? Travis, you there? Alright, I guess Travis ain't there. How about Sean King? Wonder if he's around. Sean King, you got a copy?
Yeah.
Sean, hey, finally we get somebody to talk to here. What are you expecting out of yourself out here and the other drivers on Rockingham, knowing that this track is it's a rough one?
It could either go really good or really bad, just depending on, how much practice has been done. I'm hoping for a good race, just like every week.
Well, 150 laps going to be pretty grueling on everybody, I think. Are you ready for the long haul here? Because it could be a long one.
I'm hoping for a good long 150 green laps.
Well, that'd be everybody's dream, I think. But what would you say would be the best thing that the most important thing that you're going to be looking out for tonight? As far as like tire wear, fuel, whatever, what's going to be the most important thing?
It's probably going to be tire wear on that, because we're doing like 10, 20 lap runs here, and they're already hitting like down into like the low 90s and high 80% left on the tires. Wow!
So this track's grinding up tires pretty rough, huh?
Yep.
Well, how's you've been out there and turned a few laps, haven't you, or have you had a chance?
I've been running race set around for just seeing if I can tweak it a little bit. Not going to be fast, but I'm not going to wreck.
And how's your car feel on the track?
It's a bit slow.
I mean, is it going to be kind of like a rule of thumb for everybody? Is it going to be a little tight in the corners, you think? Or, how much is the weather going to play a factor into it or anything like that?
No, I just think it's going to be how they set their car up. You'll have some look like they're going to lose it and some be too tight.
Okay, well, we wish you the best of luck, Sean, and, we'll be watching for you. See if you can get that thing up into the podium seat tonight. That would be great.
Yep, thanks.
Okay, thanks for talking with us.
Go right ahead. I have no issues with it at all.
John Schweikert. It's Rudy. You got a copy?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, not much. Hey, we were just talking to a couple of the drivers here, pre-race interviews. I kind of wanted to get your feel of how you feel this race is going to go here tonight, being this is such a rough track. It's going to be a definitely one you're going to have to watch your tires and everything from what I'm hearing. So how do you feel this race is going to go for you?
Well, with not a lot of people like we've had been, I think it's going to be a very fun race and a lot of green flag runs. So yeah, you're going to have to manage tires. You know, I was kind of skeptical going into this because we've had some really big fields, and I thought that there might be some early yellows and just kind of ride it out. But with the amount of people we have, I think we're going to have a really good race, and it's going to be manage your tires and just see where the chips fall.
Yeah, well, you know, my experience with this track, and maybe you'll agree, I hear a lot of guys saying they just love this track and this is their favorite track and everything, but when it comes to racing on it, they're a no-show. So I'm not saying that happened here tonight, but I have seen that many times in other places. So this is a pretty rough track. You know, I know 3 and 4 is extremely rough. 1 and 2's got a little bump in it, but you know, what's the secret to getting around here in a good lap?
Well, first off, Rudy, everybody thinks it's a really fun track when you're just out there by yourself. But when you put other guys out there, and if your set's not handling good, it's not a fun track anymore. But
yeah,
you know, the secret is turn 1. You really got to back it up a really long ways away and just let it float down in there. You got to stay on the bottom. There's a bump going into 1 that if you hit it, you'll wash up and you lose 3/10 on your lap. And I mean, I've been practicing a lot, and I mean, you'll find that out. 3 and 4, you just got to get in there. You got to drive it a little bit deeper than you do 1, and just stay right on that yellow line and feel the bumps and play with the gas. That's about it in a nutshell.
Well, we're going to wish all these drivers the best of luck, John, but we're going to wish you good luck tonight, and hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to you on the podium, hopefully, you know, if everything goes right and you know, accidents don't happen out there. We know there's probably going to be a few. Just hopefully the guys can get a good grip on it here maybe before qualifying starts. About 10.5 minutes away, so you going to let it all out there on qualifying?
Yeah, I'm going to let it all out there in qualifying and see where I stay. Hopefully get a top 5 start and just kind of ride and pace myself and see how it goes. But I really feel that this place owes me one. We ran here in season 3, I think, in the IWCR, and had that race practically won, and I messed up and put it in a wall off too and just lost it. So I think you were broadcasting that race.
Probably, but that's been a while ago.
Yeah, it has been a while, but I haven't forgot it, so I'd like to get one back on this place. It'd be kind of fun.
All right. Okay, well, good luck tonight, John, and thanks for talking with us, buddy.
Thanks, Judy. Have a good broadcast. It's going to be fun, hopefully.
All right. Well, Roger, 9.5 minutes away. What's your feel for this track tonight here with the Gen 6?
Let's dynamite it and build a housing development.
I agree. But you get what I was saying about, you know,
yeah.
As much as I hear all these guys say, oh my God, I can't believe Rockingham, I love it. And then when it comes race night, nobody shows up, you know, because it's such a beast. They love it when they're out here, like John was saying, they love it when they're out here by themselves, but when you throw 15, 20, 30 cars out there together, forget it, you know.
Well, the thing is, this track has very little grip anywhere around it, and you're such a high speed, so much horsepower, it's really bumpy, and that even takes grip. If you lose your focus for just 1 second, just 1 split second, you're done here. And the last time we were here, that's actually what happened to John. He lost his focus for a second. He was yarding the field. He lost his focus for a second, and he killed a car coming off of turn 2, spun it out all the way down the backstretch. I remember the race.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's all it took, is that 1 minute, 1 second of not being focused on what you're doing. If you're not focused on what you're doing here, this place is just, it's going to eat you alive. I don't like it here. I don't like it in any vehicle, and I'm just glad I don't have to be out there on the track tonight.
Yeah, I know. From what I'm understanding, tomorrow night's not going to be a whole lot better than the truck race. So,
I like Darlington a whole lot better than I like this place.
well, yeah, I agree with that. But whoa, that track. That's another one that needs to be just bulldozed in and build a housing development on it. In my opinion.
But I like to run close to the wall, so for me that track's kind of fun. I like it a lot. It's not bumpy. It's really smooth, but it just is really. You got to focus, and that's cool. We've been working pretty hard on that this week, so we should be pretty good there, Mo.
Well, what I know I didn't really want to get into talking about tomorrow night too awful much, but you coming off of 2 weeks, 2 wins in a row, back to back. Which you think you can make a three-peat out of it?
I have no idea. All I want to do is get to the end, to tell you the truth. This week's setup is a brainchild of just about everybody on the team. Everybody was looking for something a little different. We worked everybody's stuff in, and we got to where everybody was comfortable with what we had. So it's we'll just see. I mean, all we can do is go run the race. But tonight, I feel for all of these 17 guys that are here right now, and we got about 7 minutes. We'll see if anybody else comes in, but man, they all have to stay focused for 150 laps. This place is just, it's an animal, and it will tear you up. It'll chew you up, spit you out, and then chew you up some more. It's horrible out there. I don't know. I don't know who put this on the schedule, but they would not be on my Christmas card list anymore if I was one of these drivers.
I agree. Yeah, man, this track is. Now, I don't mind it so much in the B car, but the trucks, forget it. I just think they're like driving on grease. In the Gen 6, I couldn't even imagine. I've never turned a lap here in the Gen 6, so I don't think I ever want to.
Well, all the guys that are here can handle it. I mean, they're all pretty fast. I know a lot of guys are going to spend a lot of time working on their stuff this week, so a lot of laps, and that's what you need in a place like this. You need a whole lot of seat time.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Well, I see Ken Worley's out there tonight. That's good. Like to see Ken. Always good to see him on the track. It can't be too awful bad if he's out there.
Oh, I'd like to talk to him right now and ask him what he thinks, because I bet he's got a different opinion than that, really.
Well, probably. Yeah, I know. But he's a good driver. He always seems to get caught up in this stuff at the end of the race or somewhere along in the middle of the race, and he just can't finish a race worth a darn. But he is a good racer, and he deserves I'd like to see him in victory lane just one time. I'd like to talk to him in victory lane.
He's always a fun interview, too. I like to interview Ken.
Well, we're at 4.5 minutes till qualifying, and they got 15 minutes of qualifying.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised by that with such a small track. It must be going to have a big drivers' meeting.
Could be. Well, I think I've seen in the info there that it's going to be a single file start. Is that what you're seeing?
I hadn't heard that.
Well, I didn't hear it. I read it in the track info there, of the race here. It looks like it says single file start. I guess we'll find out probably during drivers' meeting, huh?
Oh, wow. Yeah, it does say single file.
I wonder if they did that just for the reason of knowing that it's going to be a little rough here with, everybody trying to get, double file here. Boy, I just couldn't imagine it. Oh, God, I just cringe.
Any restart here is terrible because there's so much tire spin.
Yeah. I just cringe at the thought of it.
I'd like to ask about that. I'm going to find one of the race stewards.
There you go.
And I'm going to find out about that. Michael Libby. Mr. Libby, are you there?
he just talking when you drug him up here?
I didn't think so. I didn't see his light lit up, but I thought I'd drag him real quick. Hang on.
Okay, folks, a minute and a half away from qualifying. We will play our national anthem here to kick things off and be ready for these guys when they are well into their qualifying.
They're double checking on that because apparently it's not supposed to be that way.
Okay. Yeah, I just seen that in the info.
Sorry. But I do know this week that the Truck Fix series at Gateway is all single file starts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think iRacing made a mistake, and I don't know for sure, but the fixed truck stuff was all that way.
Well, you know, even if it maybe wasn't meant to be that way tonight, might not be a bad call. You know, it's, I just
This
don't
might
know.
be a happy accident.
Yeah, this would be one of them ones that would be great, you know. All right, 10 seconds away from qualifying. We're ready. All right, Roger, I'm going to go ahead and play our national anthem, and we'll be right back.
Okie dokie.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Okay, Roger, we're back.
You soon.
Okay, I'm getting some information from race control right this second. So.
Okay. Time's coming in. Schweikert at the top of the board there with a 23.639. Jeffrey Porter second. Joe Roberts third. So seeing some times coming in now. Not going to be a huge field here tonight, it doesn't look like. Let's take a look here. How many people? Yeah, we might wind up with about maybe 17 drivers in the race. So hopefully that plays out into these guys' hands here with maybe some good long green flag runs.
You know, I remember the last race. It was kind of rocky at the beginning, and then it broke out into a long green run there about the middle of the race, and then it ended up being a little rocky.
Mm-hmm. Steven Pearson out there right now trying his luck. Nathan Sedlick coming in with a good time.
It's good for Nate. He needs a good run tonight.
Yeah, he got last week he had a bad week.
He had a bad week the week before that too. The last 4 races for him at IWCR have not been good.
Yeah. Get 2 of the RPM guys there in the top 5 there, Roger.
3, 4.
4. Oh, okay. My bad. Sorry. I guess I wasn't thinking about the whole team there. Sorry. I know you got a few new inductees into the team, so...
Yeah, overall we have 4 affiliated drivers, 5 in the top 6. But man, nobody even close to Schweikert's time there. I mean, over a 10.5.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Pretty quick.
Well, he said there when I talked to him, he's been practicing a lot. He said, if you can't tell, he said, I've been practicing a lot. So... And that's what it's going to take to run a track like this, is a lot of seat time.
A lot.
I'm seeing a lot of guys that are actually really loose coming off the turns. I don't know if that's just getting back in the throttle too quick or if their car is just really that loose.
Well, some of it you're gearing. Some of it, this track has no grip, and when you come off a little high, that transition's a whole lot more to deal with. When you come off low, the transition's a little more smooth. You come off high, that transition falls away really quick.
Pit window. What is the pit window? Do you have any idea, Roger?
Well, if you want to go on fuel, it's probably around 90 laps. You want to go on tires? It's every chance you get to get new ones.
Yeah, every 20 laps.
If not, faster.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it looks like everybody that's going to qualify may have qualified, so they may be going into a driver's meeting right now. It looks like we only got 10 of them that have qualified. The Rock. Not one of my favorite tracks at all. I think it would be a really good bicycle racetrack, be really good for that.
I think it'd look great if you built a bunch of houses where it used to be.
Uh-huh.
Just take it out.
Yeah.
Just not one of my most favorite places. I mean, it's really old. In fact, NASCAR doesn't even have an event here at all anymore. Nobody even owns it. The bank owns the track again. So it's just one of those places where I can do without. And I wish we could all do without it.
Wonder what they were thinking when they they kept it open for so many years, because I know the guys, a lot of the racers really dreaded it when they went here. A lot of good victories won here, though. You know,
a lot of really good races were run here back in the 80s.
Yeah.
This is 25 years later, so. And they tried to keep it open, get a nationwide, and try to get a. They got a truck race here for a couple of years. It just, it just didn't work out. The Wheeling Series came here, and the East Series came here. It just wasn't lucrative enough to keep the track open.
Well, I believe drivers' meeting going on right now.
Yeah, and they were explaining what they're going to do, and if I heard correctly, what they're going to do is we're going to line everybody up single file, like the game's going to tell them to do. They're going to come to the green flag. The green flag's going to come out, and the yellow flag's going to fall right behind it, and then they're going to line up double file and redo it.
Okay. Huh. I think I'd have stayed the single file myself, but
think I might have given it a chance.
Yeah, might be good. That'll give everybody about 4 or 5 laps for their tires to come in, and you might see some good racing. But
well, what that'll do is keep guys off the high side from having to try to get down and maybe running the risk of getting loose, trying to find a hole, trying to wrestle the car, trying to wrestle the track. I just thought single file might be a pretty good idea. I mean, happy accident instead of sad accident.
Right.
But either way, I think they're going to grid here in about 30 seconds.
Okay.
And I think we've lost the 06 car. Hopefully he'll come back.
Oh, Schweikert on the pole.
Nice lap by him.
Foley must be busy tonight, huh?
Would imagine he's probably got him a concert somewhere.
Okay, waiting for qualifying to be over.
Qualifying has ended.
Alright. Okay, let's see here. Everybody's getting ready to take the grid. Let's run down through the results here, Roger. John Schweikert on the pole. Congratulations to him with a 23.638. Good fast lap. In second place, Jeffrey Porter in the number 99. Joe Roberts in third in the number 6. In fourth, Nathan Sedlick in the number 35. Stephen Pearson in the 85 starting 5th. Randall Drake in the number 9 starting 6th. Thomas Keene in the number 4 starting 7th. Michael Leiby in the number 5 starting 8th. Galen Gidman in the number 94 starting 9th. Roger?
Usually both with Gidman. I'm sorry, I was listening to the last instructions from race control there. Byron Daly's scheduled to start 10th in the 06 car, but I believe he has evacuated the premises.
Oh boy.
Wish he'd have took me with him. Travis Townsend is in the 08 car. He's going to start in the 11th position. Corey Wilson starts the 55 car in the 12th position. Thomas Branner starts the number 24 car in the 13th position. The 14th position is number 28 of Stephen Hollingsworth. The 37 of Ken Worley's going to start in the 15th position. Sean King's going to start 18th in the number 60, and Jonathan Cogswell will round out the field in the number 21 car.
Alright. Dang, I didn't even see Jonathan in there earlier.
He came in kind of late, not too late, but kind of about 20 minutes left in practice. Got a handful of laps in.
What happened here?
And it looks like everybody's lining up double file here, so I'm not really sure. See when they roll off the grid, what's happening.
It's kind
The
of
whole
weird.
thing's kind of weirding me out right now. I know what it said in the info. Race start, single file, rolling, double file, lap cars in the back for all restarts.
Well, I guess we'll wait and see what happens.
Could be really exciting. Well, I think we're going to get the green here. Coming out of 4, Schweiker, Porter, front row. Robinson, Sedlick in the second row. Pearson and Randall Drake, your top 6 to start the race. Pace cars in. Schweiker hits the gas, green flag flies, and they're underway.
Great start for them guys, man.
Everybody wants to get single file really quick, and a lot of guys are taking advantage of that from the guys on the high side. Travis Townsend moved up 3 or 4 spots.
Jeffrey Porter in second right there. Joe Roberts trying to hang on to him in third. Nathan Sedlick in fourth.
And the field is single file now, so looks like Roberts making the move on Porter off
Yes,
two.
he is. Taking over second. Porter might he'd be like me, I just want to ride this out for a little while, fellas. Just go right on by me. Sedlick may be looking at the next one to go by Porter here before long. Steven Pearson up into fifth.
Like here, Gibbon and Drake having a little bit of a battle early, trying to shuffle spots. Got Brandner picking up right there. He started pretty deep. Brandner started 13th. He's already up to the 9th position, 8th position now.
Yeah. Well, you know, these young fellers are there, Roger. No guts, no glory.
Well, there's other terms for it, but I can't say them in the air.
Right. No guts, no green stamps. That's not it either? Okay.
That's not
Okay, all right. We'll just let it go at that then. Oh, Brandner
It's
already...
really not that bad. It's good to say almost their brains.
Brandner already falls victim to Travis Townsend, so Travis rolls into 8th after starting 11th. Meantime, Schweiker out there by about 3/4 of a second over Joe Roberts.
Still got Porter hanging on in 3rd. Sedlick behind him 4th. Sedlick really missed the entry on one that time. Washed way out. Thomas Keene hanging on to the 5th position right behind him. Good start, good run for Thomas. Thomas started 7th, trying into 5th row.
Yeah, pretty good. Hey, he's a good driver when he puts his mind to it. He's really good.
Yeah, he got the short end of the stick last Saturday. Very sharp.
Yeah.
And I have hopes.
All right. Gidman on the inside of Pearson. Takes over that spot as Pearson washes clear up the hill. And wow, look at this. 3 cars going to go by him in 1 lap.
You lose a ton when you get off the line here. He's going to lose some more right here because he's way out of line. Well, maybe not. You've got to get to the bottom.
Yeah.
It's imperative not to overdrive your injuries. A, it slows you down each lap. me, it will kill the right front tire of this car if you really miss, because you're so tight up there. The car just will not turn. You're trying to force it to do things it doesn't want to do, and it'll just eat up your tires. Yeah, better look up front here. Joe Roberts is running down.
Yes, he is.
John Schweikert. I was away from that watching some action in the back. I thought these guys were far enough away from each other that we wouldn't be talking about this quickly, but Joe's really running him down.
Well, you know, we talked about all season long, Joe has like stepped it up about 3 notches this season. And man, I'm telling you what, he has just like transposed into a whole nother driver.
I don't think you can find another driver right now as content with everything that goes on around him and the way his team's performing than Joe Roberts. He's just completely happy and content. It's showing in his performances right now.
Well, you know, something that we never really discussed, Roger, and I'm going to kind of bring it up, you know, being we are on a little bit of a green flag run, knock on wood. You know, when a guy gets kind of knocked down a little bit, you know, and you get out there and you get wrecked week after week, it kind of really wears on you, you know, and you go into the race just expecting another week like last week, and, you know, you kind of go in there with that negative attitude, you know, and I think a lot of times it shows, and now we're seeing such a positive attitude coming out of Joe this season that he's just on that high right now, that positive high, and it's really showing in his driving ability here.
Yeah, he's actually able to shine right now because he's so happy everything's working for him. He's been able to shine for the last few weeks. He's really been enjoying everything that he's spent here at IWCR Racing. So these guys have yarded the rest of the field. I mean, they're out there 3 seconds.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yep. Nathan Sedlick in 4th, Thomas Keene 5th. These guys are going like, wow, couldn't you guys have maybe shared your setup or something? You know.
Keene's about to get inhaled by Galen Gibbon right now. I was watching that for just a second, and Gibbon poked his nose in there a couple of times, and now Keene gives way and gives Travis Townsend a spot too. But Galen is all over his bumper, and Tom's been doing a great job of keeping that car up there. It just looks like maybe the tires are giving just a little bit of fit. Maybe got them hot. Now they don't want to stick to it because he's washing out in every corner. He's going to be under fire from Brander here in a second.
Well, I talked to, I don't remember who it was I talked to. Anyhow, talked to him before the race there, and they said that around lap 20 is the tires are already falling off, that you're down into the low 90s of tire wear. So maybe he's been pushing it hard enough that he's already starting to show that tire wear.
Well, we've already started the race, so I guess I can give the info away. I know the fast forward RPM guys on 25 lap runs were still at 89 and 90 on their right fronts.
Well, let's go back here and check on Stephen Hollingsworth in 12. Boy, he takes it way up the hill. Oh,
caution. Yes. Oh, looked like maybe Nathan Sedlick.
Okay, what happened there?
Yep. Did he hit anything is going to be the question.
Some reason something happened here. I don't know what happened.
Oh, Nathan just comes off 4, and the car just got away from him a little bit. He doesn't hit anything all the way through the grass down the front stretch. Gets it woed up down on the apron. It does not hit anything. So, going to be able to get new tires, get that thing reset. And we're going to have another restart, or a double foul restart now.
What happened there?
Everybody's going to come down pit road. You don't even have to think about this. We're 18 laps into this run. Yeah, everybody's coming.
I always hit Control 1 before and it would take me to the wreck. Now it takes me to the end of the race.
Sounds like some of your keybinds got a little messed up.
Okay.
Watching the 1, the 6, and the 99 all hit their boxes just about perfect. Right's on, left's on. Drop off the jack. Schweikert win the race off pit road. Joe Roberts second. Galen Gitman picking up spots. Getting out faster than Porter with a terrible stop.
Well, it looks like Jonathan Cogswell may have stayed out, Roger.
Getting him a point maybe? Or maybe he wants to ensure that he's going to the back. Because these cautions are usually pretty short when everybody's on the lead lap.
He's coming down pit road, so...
Yeah, he's not going to get to lead a lap even.
Nope.
So quick reset here. Schweikert keeping the lead on through pit stops. Joe Roberts hanging on to second. Galen Gitman picks up to third from the fourth position. Jeffrey Porter drops a spot, and Travis Townsend's going to hold on to fifth.
Keen 6. Guys are pretty much almost come out the way they went in.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
How Thomas Brandner fell all the way back in the field, I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, he's going to be back in 14th. Stephen Pearson back to 16th. Ooh.
I know how Brandner got back there. He got popped for speed. That's how he got back there. He was trying to beat Townsend out of the pits and sped a little too much right there at the last few feet. Got popped from speed.
Well, I'm not sure how my key binding got messed up because I haven't even done anything in here, and I just used this stuff yesterday.
Well, we are back double file. Lights are off on the pace car. We'll get the restart on lap 22.
You do hit Control 1 and it goes... Isn't it? Control 1 and it takes you to the wreck?
You know, no, all mine are changed. And I'm going to have to redo them because I forgot a bunch of them.
That's what
I did some adjusting.
Well.
So, on the restart, Schweikert, Roberts, Gidman, Porter, Townsend, Keene, the first three rows inside to out. Pace car off. Schweikert hits the gas, green flag in the air. Joe Roberts maybe just a little asleep because Galen Giggs was right past him to take over second.
Well, maybe he was playing a little bit safe there, Roger. Did not want to smoke the tires. Knowing this track is very easy to do that on.
It is really easy to spin the tires here. What these guys do is they just give Schweikert a big cushion and they kind of sit there and try to run him down. So, you know, great restarts by him. He's doing what he needs to. Whoa! Travis Townsend way sideways off the floor right there. I mean, way sideways.
Yeah, good save. Oh, Joe
Nice
Roberts.
save by him.
Joe Roberts getting back by Gidman.
I think that was Gidman. I think Gidman just lifted early for the turn 1 entry and let it go and then dropped right back in line.
Well, probably not a bad thing because Joe was really fast after he was mirroring everything that Schweikert did after he reeled him in from about where he's at right now, 3/4 of a second. And see if he can get back up there and reel Schweikert in again. He's already down to 4/10 now, so he is reeling him back in quick.
I know he was real happy with his car in practice and all the testing sessions, so won't be surprised to see Joe do something. Thomas Brandner already picking up 2-3 spots. He started tailgate shotgun on this restart. Now he's back up to 13th already. Just picked himself up about 4 spots. Working on Corey Wilson right now, and he may get him before we get back around to start finish line.
All right. Joe
Oh
Roberts
yeah, inside right there.
taking a peek on the inside.
Oh, and they touch. That's not going to help Brandner's cause.
Oh, Brandner. Oh, I thought you meant the leaders. I was like, huh?
Oh, I thought you were on them. I'm sorry.
No, I was for a second there, but when I seen the times down to 1/10 of a second between Schweikert and Roberts, I thought, man, I better get back up there. kind of falling back now. He's 3/10 back, but okay, we'll go back to Brander now. He's out of the woods now.
Yeah, they neither one of them spun out. They both saved the car. Now he's just going to have to go back to work on it. And Travis Townsend around Galen Gidman on the outside off the 2 right there to take over the 3rd spot.
Boy. Well, they got a long ways to go, Roger. You know, Gidman into the outside wall. Wow.
That'll wrinkle the right side of that car up, make it a little tight. Got a car spinning on the front.
Corey Wilson?
I think it could have been.
Because he was running.
Yeah, he got him a little help right there. I think maybe the 24 was a little upset about the way that whole thing went down a few laps ago. And looks to me like he got up there and gave him a little help getting off the corner.
All right.
He saved it. Kept her going straight. No wreck, no caution. Okay, everybody moving on.
Townsend now 2 seconds behind Schweikert and Roberts up in the front. Galen Gidman in 4th. Jeffrey Poerter 5th and Thomas Keane 6th. Michael Leiby 7th. Hollingsworth in the 8th place. Ken Worley in 9th. And he's got a bumper full of Nathan Sedlick as Nathan takes a peek on the inside and does complete the pass on Ken Worley. That opened the door for Thomas Brander to slip right in there too on the same turn. Brander, boy, he's on the roll here. Man?
Yeah, he's probably upset with that speeding penalty, and then he's probably more upset with that contact a little while ago. So he's going to be a driver on a mission. One thing he's going to need to remember though: the harder you run this car, the more you kill them tires. If we have a good long green run, he's going to be begging for rubber before it's time.
That's for sure. Pearson back to 12th. Randall Drake in 13th, just kind of riding around. Looks like Randall's just on a Sunday cruise back here. Got the Cat Toyota. That just don't sound right. Cat Toyota. We need to talk to him about that.
Well, that's what he asked for.
You know, I remember back in the days when Ward Button, he always said, the Cat Pontiac went pretty good today. He was funny.
Yeah.
I used to love him. He was a good racer too, and he drove the crap out of that car too. He had quite a few wins in that car. Number 22 Cat Pontiac. Okay, Robert's still on the tail of Schweikert, 2/10 back. On lap 35, 115 to go.
Just kind of watching these two, and they still getting a little bit away from the rest of the field back there. I mean, Townsend and Gidman are about to have a pretty good battle here, but these two, and it looks like they're just mirroring each other lap for lap, and they're still easing away from those guys behind them.
Well, I'm riding on board here with Joe Roberts right now. Everybody can see just how rough this track is, man. I'm telling you, it's like riding the waves out in the ocean, Roger.
Yeah, you got to wear a mouthpiece in the car so you don't knock your teeth out.
Yeah, no doubt. Man. If we're just on a sim, and I think you'd probably have to do that with force feedback turned up.
Galen Gidman got past Travis Townsend.
Travis goes back to 4th. These guys running, Travis running 3.7 seconds back. Wow. So them two out front just definitely pulling away again, Roger. Folks, you can just see how rough this track is, man. I'm telling you, it's unbelievably rough. Now you can probably understand why NASCAR don't run on it anymore. It's just so rough. Joe Roberts kind of fallen off the back of Schweikert. Now Schweikert out there 0.8 of a second ahead of Joe.
Yeah, just in the last few laps here, he started to fall back away from the bumper of the one truck car.
Gidman in third. Townsend fourth. Porter still hanging on in fifth. Michael Leiby with a good run today in sixth. Thomas Keane back to seventh now after Leiby gets by him. And Thomas Brander on a mission to get toward the front, 7 seconds behind the leader.
And mirroring the two leaders' times.
Oh, man, really? Ooh.
First three, and Brander. Caution on the speedway, turn. I think that's Corey Wilson maybe in the fence.
Yes, sir. Let's go back and take a look here, because obviously my button's not working, so we'll have to do it the good old-fashioned way.
All by himself up off of turn 4. Car just got loose with him, down through the grass, kind of like what Sedlick did, except for he gets back across the track, and then he actually drove it up to push it into the fence nose first so that no one would hit him. Already 1 lap down. Looks like he's going to fall. Maybe a 2nd lap down.
Well, that was quite the skating party he had down across the grass there, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's absolute zero. There might be negative grip down there. I think you speed up when you hit that grass when you got the tires locked up.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he.
Meanwhile, everybody going to go down pit road on the lead lap for sure.
Picked up 5 miles an hour going across the grass. All right. Yes, Schweikert bringing them down pit road now. Got a few brave souls staying out there, though. Michael Leiby and Stephen Hollingsworth.
You know, I went down with the camera and tried to get a look, and Gidman's car really doesn't have any damage on it. Barely wrinkled the right front fender from that contact he had earlier.
That's good.
Try to go through the field here real quick and see if I can find cars that have damage. Thomas Brander just a touch down his right side. Corey Wilson's car pretty mangled up on the right corner.
Schweikert's going to come out of there 6th. Wow. He's going to come out of pit road 6th. Don't know what happened to him. Let's see. He's, or I'm sorry, 4. Why did it say 6th? It said 6th just a minute ago. Got some weird stuff going on here.
Well, he had a couple cars that stayed out in front of him, so I'm sure put him back in.
And now he's going to be back up in the lead. But
Leiby went and got a point. Big losers, Joe Roberts. He's going to come out of there 4th, and he was 2nd.
Yeah. Now Gidman 2nd. Well, new blood up front. Let's see what he's got for Schweikert. Somebody's got to have something up there for him.
Nobody may have anything for him, actually.
No. Yeah, right now he's led
all but 1 lap, I think.
Yeah, all but 1 lap. Well, I was going to take my shirt off, but I got the window open in here and it's a little cool on my arms. Got to keep it cool in here, you know, keep that computer cool.
Oh, yeah. Everybody doubling up. Looks like we're going to restart on lap 47. Just over 100 laps to go.
And this is the second caution. Yes, second caution of the day. And we've had 2 lead changes.
Yeah, about seems like we're about every 20 to 23 laps we're getting a caution right now. They've all been for self-spins too.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen a couple of cars make contact with each other, but they didn't bring out a caution for that. The 2 self-spins off of turn 4 so far this race have been the culprits.
Okay, Roger, get them wound up here, buddy.
Pace car gonna make that hard left right here off turn 4. There he goes, waiting on the green to drop. Schweikert hits the gas. Gidman hits the gas. Oh, just a little tire spin, I think, from the 08 car there, Travis Townsend. I think he's gonna hold that position getting down through turn 1 here. Well, maybe not. Gidman with a good run on the high side.
Yeah. Joe Roberts waiting to see what these guys are going to do ahead of him. He'd like to get back up there as quickly as possible, but
the top 3 in points running inside the top 4. Schweikert, Roberts, and Gidman all separated by just a very narrow margin. I think about 8 points maybe.
Brandner worked his way up to the 6th place now, Roger.
Yeah, he made a couple spots up on his pit stop a second ago. He didn't speed this time, so that'll help him out.
Yeah, I think he
just yarding right now. Just those restarts he's really good at.
Yeah. And he's out there by about 1.2 seconds over Gidman right now.
Buddy single file. Probably going to run another good long green run here.
Looking back on Jeffrey Porter there in 5th place from Joe Roberts. Kind of gives you another perspective of just how rough this track is in the turns. I think they ought to just take this track off of the service. What do you think, Roger?
Fantastic idea.
Yeah. Well, it does have character, and you know, I'm sure probably, oh man, Brandner get by Jeffrey Porter.
And Travis Townsend on the inside of Galen Gidman right now. Gidman with a little slip off it too, but the high shoe. I thought they were going to put them together right there, but
Yes,
they didn't.
sir.
Travis with a good job staying off.
That was close.
But that does let Joe Roberts down the inside, and that's going to open the door, and Roberts definitely will clear. Brandner is going to give it a run here. He's going to try to move Townsend all the way back to 5th. And he's done it.
Man. So just
So
that little slip up knocked the momentum out of Travis's machine right there, and he lost 2 spots real quick.
And he's going to go right back after Brandner, but I don't think he was going to chance getting down in there too hot and washing out. But a lap and a half ago, Gidman gets a little bit free off of 4. Townsend has to check up before we can get back around to the start finish line. He loses 2 spots. Just that quick.
I'll take.
Imagine how these cars are going to be when you take 150 horsepower and a little bit of downforce out of them. Momentum's everything.
Oh, yes. Nathan said, like, into 8th.
Just watching last lap, and Thomas Brandner had a chance to stick his nose under Joe Roberts, and elected not to right there too. Joe washed out just a little bit. Brandner had a good run, but he could not get that nose underneath him.
Now Joe Roberts for 2nd place as he goes under Galen. And he does take over
Brandner's
second.
going to come too, and if Galen don't get in line, Townsend's going to stick his nose right in the middle of that and try to move him back to 5th.
And there he goes, Gidman washing, or comes back down the hill, not washes out, but comes back down the hill and does stay in 4th place. Well, he did that about as perfect as you could possibly ask for, wasn't it?
He did a good job of keeping himself in that position. Now we'll see if Roberts has anything for Schweikert at 2.5 seconds. Once he cleared into 2nd place, we'll see how long it takes him if he can run him down at all.
Well, I think he is a little better coming out of 4 than Schweikert is. What I was watching a little bit ago. I think that's where he makes up the time is in coming out of turn 4.
Car spin on front straight. Randall Drake has hit the ball extremely hard. That car is probably finished. No caution. Just keep it out of the racing groove and try to run it around. I'm going to go back and take a look at what happened there.
Yeah, I can't till I figure out what the heck I can do about getting these keys fixed. I'm not going to do it now. But Joe Roberts has reeled up Schweikert by a couple of tenths already.
And got the Jonathan Cogswell machine too. He's laying down a smoke screen out there just like Drake is. Drake got loose off 4, got down, got sideways on the track, was coming down the apron when Cogswell tried to go down on the apron.
Oh yeah.
Cogswell's laying a smoke trail. The leaders are coming. This is not ready.
And he's not
Got
going to come
another
down.
one too. Hollingsworth is got the same thing. He's smoking like crazy going down pit road.
He's got a heck of a lot of nose damage on that car. So Joe Roberts chopping it down, Roger. He's down to 1.8 seconds behind Schweikert. Like I said, I think he makes up a couple of tenths, a tenth or two a lap, just coming off of turn 4. He doesn't make up any time coming out of 2, but boy, he sure does coming out of 4. 1.8 seconds. 1.7. He only made up about a tenth that time.
Back here watching, I watched this a couple of laps ago, King and Livy. Well, some close racing. They worked it out. Livy's taken over the 8th position, brought King back in 9th.
I'm watching Gidman, Brander, and Townsend all right here. 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And now Brander up on the tail of Gidman. And like you said, Roger, he's been on a mission to get toward the front, and he's been really doing great after that pit road penalty. Kind of keep an eye on him. He starts marching toward the front. Well, not turning out to be too bad of a race, Roger. Looks like Hollingsworth his day may be over.
I'm not sure when it happened, but Ken Worley has killed the entire right front corner of that car.
Let's see if we can take a look at it here. Right front?
Yeah.
Yeah, he sure did. Yeah, I don't know when he did it.
Oh, Sean King sideways in front of guys. Oh, he got it down the apron, got it straightened up. No caution. Wow, I bet that had a couple of guys puckering up a little bit, though. Townsend getting around Brander right there. And then getting in the fence.
He's going to have some serious right front corner damage, too.
Oh, yeah. That'll slow that car down. It won't take long if it's not already hurting it. It won't take long, and Porter will probably inhale him, because that car's just not going to handle exactly the same.
Well, Joe was closing up on Schweikert. Now he's kind of falling back to about the 2-second mark and hanging right there. So all the good things I was saying about Joe now, or he's just kind of making me look bad. Yeah, he's losing time to him now. I don't know. Maybe Joe just got them tires really, really hot, or what happened, but
Car may not be free enough for him.
could be. Yeah, he's dropping about a tenth a lap now. Back to 2.2 seconds. Gidman back here 3.9 seconds. second and a half behind Joe Roberts. Thomas Brander in fourth. Travis Townsend still hanging on to fifth. Porter in sixth. Nathan Sedlick seventh. Michael Libby eighth. Thomas Keene ninth. Stephen Pearson 10th. Ken Worley 11th. Sean King 12th. Corey Wilson 13th. Jonathan Cogswell 14th. And that's also on the track right now. Hollingsworth is out of the race and Randall Drake is on pit road.
Yeah, we're getting up here to the halfway point. 3 or 4 more laps.
Yes, sir. Don't take long to go around this track. What is it, like 3/4 of a mile or 1 mile?
It's 1 mile. It takes about 24 seconds to get around here.
Yep. You get almost 3 laps in a minute.
Thomas Brander is taking over the 3rd position from Galen Gidman.
Man, look at this. What's going on with the Gidman car, Roger?
I don't know, his lap times have really fallen off. At least his last one did.
Well, looks like he, whatever, goes right back up onto the bumper of Brandner.
I believe that was the Drake machine they went by down on the apron, rolling slow.
You can hear them tires just a little bit of a skip coming out of the turns. Just, they go, you know, picks up RPM just for a second. So just about right on the edge of right where they want to hit the throttle. Roberts still in second, 2 seconds behind the leader. Let's see here. Keene might not be that far from closing up on Libby. If he can get there, I don't know if he's going to maybe challenge Libby for that position. Libby's been pretty fast. But Keene chopping that time down by maybe a 10th or so here. Well, maybe not. 10 cars left on the lead lap. Stephen Pearson, last one on the lead lap.
Yeah, he's in the middle of turn 3 and 4, and Schweikert's coming off a 2, so.
Joe Roberts now 2.6 seconds behind Schweikert. So I don't know if he did something on his pit stop there to change how that car was feeling on the track, Roger, or not. But whatever he did, he needs to undo it.
Got it right. Once again, the 24 and a 55 car.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Let's go back and take a look here. Alright, what's going on with them two?
Apparently they don't like each other. That's what I'm going to go with.
Okay, sounds good to me. Alright, 24 goes underneath the 55. Catches that apron though, and it looks like he comes up the hill trying to save it and comes up into the 55.
Yeah, 55's a lap car. Probably should have given him a little more room. Looked like he tried to hold him down a little bit too much. I'm pretty sure that the 24 is very unhappy about that right now.
Yeah, probably. Alright, well. Uh-oh, yeah, he's up here rubbing fenders with them, and that's not good. Uh-huh. want to do that too much, Thomas.
Well, that'll end that night real quick.
Why's that? Oh.
Well, that's kind of a no-no here at IWCR, so they'll park him probably for the night.
Alright, Travis Townsend staying out. And he does collect a point for leading the lap, though.
So the race off pit road. I believe Schweikert held the lead. Joe Roberts second. Galen Gidman third. That's pretty much the way they went in.
Well, as I was saying with my mic muted,
I wondered why you were so quiet.
I really didn't see what, where Corey Wilson did anything wrong, other than maybe he could have gave Thomas a little bit more room on that. But other than that, he really didn't do anything wrong. Thomas is the one that got in there and got caught on the apron and come up the hill into Corey Wilson.
No, I mean, other than you're not on the lead lap and all these guys were racing on the lead lap, and being courteous is kind of the gentlemanly thing to do, and they had already been into it once or twice, and I'm pretty sure that had a factor in the way things went down. It's never you can attract more flies with honey than you can with vinegar is kind of the way you have to look at that, and my choice to hold the guy down ends up bad. Both guys end up upset over it. It is what it is. Now one guy's parked.
Yep.
And it's a racing deal. I mean, sometimes you just got to keep your head about you. We are lined up double file here. We're getting ready to restart lap 84. Schweikert and Roberts once again on the front row, going to bring us up here for green. Gidman, Porter, Sedlick, Wybe, pace car in. Schweikert nails the gas. Joe Roberts asleep at the wheel again, and Galen Gidman going to slide through there and take over the second spot.
Joe's going to have to start doing a little better on them restarts if he's going to want to, hang on to the back of Schweikert.
Oh, Galen did Sedlick really sideways, got Sean King. Shot me caution.
Ooh.
I don't think it is, though.
No. They come back up on the track and no traffic behind him, so Nathan said, you can go back and watch that, I guess. I guess I didn't go quite far enough. It looks like Nathan just really drove it in there hard.
Yeah, he's headed for pit road.
He did catch that yellow line down on the bottom, though, Roger. And boy, you got to stay away from that yellow line.
Yeah, the car don't like that very much. Ooh, Galen Gidman a little squirrely off of 2 that lap.
And Nathan Sedlick in
Caution.
Ooh. Caution on the track now.
This looks like a Ken Worley spin, maybe solo off of 2.
We'll go back and take a look here.
Oh, looks like Corey Wilson cut the fence off too, and Worley was just there.
Yep.
And just, they made contact. And Worley gets the sad end of that deal.
He sure does. And he hit that inside wall hard.
Man.
He's still sitting on pit road. Gonna try to get that damage fixed up. Meantime, Schweikert's still up in the lead, and we are at lap 87.
Coming down pit road. Jeffrey Porter chooses not to. Thomas Keene chooses not to. Probably going to be the only two.
Yeah, they only had a couple of green flag run laps on them tires.
Yeah, but that's worth a couple of tenths.
Yeah, like you said, you know, every chance you get, you want to come down pit road on this track.
Don't threaten me with a good time getting tires. Well, I'll take you up on it.
Well, Porter does lead that lap.
Point for Porter.
I think Keene's hoping Porter will come down pit road this time and he might stay out. But I don't know if I would or not.
Well, it's an interesting call.
Yeah.
Looks like Schweiker got out in front of Joe Roberts. Galen Gidman just now rolling off pit road. He's going to come out way at the back.
Sean King in between.
Yeah, he's a lap car. He just got the wave around. Libby came out behind Roberts. And Porter stays out.
Yep, Keene decided to come down pit road, so that puts Schweikert back up in second. He'll be starting on the outside. And it's going to be a whole different starting game for him because he's not going to be in control this time. Joe Roberts could get the run on him if he can follow right behind Porter. Alright, about 60 laps to go here next time by. So we're clicking the laps down pretty quick, Roger.
Should get the one to go this time. Well, we'll see if Porter can hang on up there anytime at all, really.
Well, he's been pretty fast, but he's just been back in 4th, 5th place, you know. But yeah, you're right, you know, see how long he's going to last up there because he's got some really fast guys behind him.
Yeah, and they got a couple lap fresher tires, but you know, he started on the outside of the front row tonight. Just has kept the car clean and in the top 5 all night long, and roll of the dice here. And I don't know, probably not a call that I make, but one he makes, and we'll see if it pays off for him. They could go green from the end, or to the end. I mean, yeah, from right here.
Like that car Joe Roberts has got, Jack Daniels Tennessee Honey.
Yeah, he's pretty stoked about having new paint. Wanted to have a good run in it tonight. That thing just came out of the booth this morning, actually.
If you ever get a chance, you need to get down there to Jack Daniels Distillery. It's an awesome tour.
Free samples. Woo woo! Alright, pace car in. Porter hits the gas. Not much tire spin. Schweiker hits the gas with a little bit of tire spin, but not enough to lose him to second position there. And Joe Roberts will fall right in third. Wow, Schweiker goes right down to the middle. He powered it down in there. Going down here into 3. We'll see what he does. He gets into the corner pretty good. A lot better than just about anybody else out here. We'll see if he's going to pull. No, he's just going to wait and see if he can catch a run and get off the corner better than the 99 car here. And I thought maybe he was going to try to see if he could get it in there underneath him. Probably wouldn't have worked out too good, but you never know. Meanwhile, Travis Townsend up to the 4th position. Keen running 5th right here. So good days for both of those drivers. Been keeping the car up pretty close to the front all day long.
I'm gonna ride along here with Schweikert for a minute as he tries to reel in Porter here. He gets up to the bumper of him, but there it is.
Oh, there's the wiggle. That's
Yep.
what he was looking for.
Porter loses it, and Schweikert
He's
back
going to go to
into the
5th. Yep, Schweikert goes by. Everybody goes by. Porter going to go back to 5th. In fact, he's going to maybe lose a spot to Gidman going down into 1 right here.
Yes, he is. Back to 6. Just that little wiggle is enough to put him back into 6th.
Yeah, and it didn't even take a full lap.
Yeah.
The car just got a little loose with him right there. Meanwhile, at the front, Roberts is trying to put the pressure on Schweikert.
Just to
Oh,
answer,
Schweikert washed up high. Joe Roberts with a little bit of a run on the bottom. Could not make it work because the car was coming off that bottom just a little too low.
just to answer your question when you were saying about, well, it wasn't really a question, but they don't give out free samples anymore.
I hate that.
Yep.
Makes me not want to go.
I know, but it's still a great tour. I know they used to do that back in the. I think they quit doing it like in early '90s. I think. I don't know. I think it was liability stuff.
DUI stuff.
Yeah.
All that stuff. People got Sue happy.
Yep.
Go to the distillery and get a little cranked up, and then go out and have a wreck and sue the distillery.
Well, all they ever gave you was like maybe like a little more than a shot. And it was like just kind of like a small wine flask full, not even full. And but it was good stuff. But yeah, they don't even give them out anymore. But it's still a great tour.
Had a good run going here at the front. These front 3 have started to squeeze away a little bit from 4th and 5th.
Yeah,
Townsend
doing really good. Maybe he's adjusted something on that car to get it dialed back in, but he is pretty good on new tires. I did notice that.
Yeah, a lot of these guys are really good on the new tires. Right now, about the only car that's been able so far this race to hang on at all has been one car. He's actually been pretty good on the entire run of being able to maintain his speed.
Well, as I was talking to him earlier there, Keen washes up the hill and Gidman gets by him. But Gidman goes
up to 4th.
Yep.
Put Keen back to 5th.
But anyhow, he was saying that, you got to back up turn 1 way, a whole bunch. You got to back it up and just let it drift around there.
Yeah, there's a sign on the wall right past the start finish line. If you watch, most of these guys are lifting right around that sign. It's about 50, 60, 70 yards to the corner from there. It's just a long ways to go let the car roll. So the car's got to be set up to roll in free, get down to the center without any throttle, with very little brake. And if you can get your car to do that, you're actually going to be really good for the rest of the corner.
Joe Roberts 4/10 off of the bumper of Schweikert. Looks to be about one of the only ones out there tonight, Roger, that's really got something for Schweikert.
He has on the short run 20 laps or less. On the longer run, it's just been kind of hit and miss.
Yeah, and I don't really know if Schweikert's really letting it all out there right now. I think he might be just kind of pedaling it just a little bit because he said you got to save your tires here. I don't imagine he's just, all out there right now.
Well, it's hard for anybody to go all out right now.
Yeah.
This car's really free down into the corner. He gets in there really good. He's able to go in several car lengths deeper than most everybody else, and that's kind of been his advantage tonight.
Since Gidman got by Keen has fallen back about 2 seconds behind Gidman now. He's quite a ways back. Michael Libby in 6th. Jeff Porter in 7th. A little bit of tire smoke come off the Libby car that time. Stephen Pearson in 8th. lead lap. Sean King in ninth. Really taking his time around here. He's got a lot of damage on that car. I'm sure it's probably not driving too well right now. Corey Wilson in 10th. He is a couple, about 3 or 4 laps
Oh,
down.
Livey killed him. He got down, caught that apron just a little bit, hit that thing in the fence hard off of turn 4. Yeah, he's got a bunch of right side damage all the way front to back on that car now. That ought to tighten her up pretty good.
Ken Worley coming down pit road.
I think he was just trying to get out of the back.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, he's got a ton of damage on that poor car. He's even got left front corner damage, so.
Well, Joe Roberts hasn't given up on this Schwenker thing. He's actually right back up there, 2/10 away.
Yep.
They start to get into some lap traffic here. Johnson Cochran will be down here in turns 3 and 4.
We're giving these guys plenty of room. Oswald running back in the 12th place, running about 8 laps down. Travis Townsend 1.7 seconds behind the leader, and he's got Gidman right on his tail now. Gidman has reeled him up pretty quick.
Yeah, looks like his car's falling off quite a bit.
Townsend?
Yeah, Townsend's car's.
I think he was really pushing it, trying to keep up with Joe Roberts and Schwager up there in the front. Don't take long here to burn the tires up on that thing. Gidman comes right up on the back of him now. Let's see if he can get a good run this time coming off the turn 4 like he did last time. Ooh, almost took a look on the inside. Right there going into 3. Oh,
Corey Wilson.
wow. Those guys had to really go around him.
Yeah, my advice to a lap car is always pick one line and stay on it. If you go into the corner low, stay there. If you go into the corner high, stay there. If you're coming off low, stay there. If you're going to come off high, hold one line. It's hard for those guys under the throttle, looking in the mirror, trying to watch you too, to adjust. Oh, Travis Townsend really loose off corner. Yep.
And that's just what Galen Gidman needed. So I think you're right. Travis is probably pretty much about burning up his tires here, trying to keep up with them. But you know, with Gidman right on his tail, probably did take some air off of that rear end and just made him all that much more loose. In the meantime, Joe Roberts has fallen back 0.8 of a second off of the back of Schwaker.
It just looks like it's just getting too snug for Roberts. He can't get in the center of the corner like he was before.
Roberts coming up on Sedlick, and Sedlick going to go way up high and let him by those two teammates, aren't they?
Yeah.
That does kind of make a little bit of a difference out there. Sedlick running back in 11th place, about 5 laps down.
Oh, Sean King.
Oh, gonna hit the wall.
Yeah, he hit it, and Townsend got into him a little bit because of it, and then he finished his own car off.
Well, let's go back and take a look at that while we're under green.
I'm kind of surprised backing out like that didn't bring out a caution, but he is smoking as he rolls that around and take it into the...
Oh, boy, did Townsend ever get into the back of him. Oh, that's going to do a lot of damage on the Townsend car now. But Travis had nowhere to go. He come around the corner and there he was.
Yep.
So,
yeah, King was way off the pace and already slowed, and Travis was already under the throttle and just did not have a chance to get out.
Travis, whole front clip's gone on his car, but he's still hanging on to 4th place. About 2 seconds ahead of Jeffrey Porter in 5th. But he's losing ground a little bit at a time. Jeffrey Porter down to about 1.8 seconds, 1.6 seconds. So he is closing up on Travis Townsend pretty quick.
Yeah, Travis having a lot of trouble with that car, running well over the 25-second bracket with that car. Everybody else still running 24.5s, 24.4s.
Well, really wasn't, anybody's fault. It was just nowhere for him to go. He was already back in the throttle, and it's a shame Sean just, come around the corner there and lost it. He's on pit road now, getting damage fixed up. Pearson up into 6th place, 13 seconds behind the leader. And Schweiker continues to pull away out there for 111 laps he's led so far. Joe Roberts in 2nd, about 1.2 seconds off of him. And the Jack Daniels Tennessee Honey car. I got pretty gooned up on that stuff one time, and I said I'd never drink that stuff again. For 2 days, I thought I was going to die. It's that sour mash whiskey. Whew. It takes a lot to get your old stomach used to that stuff. Okay, Galen Gidman in 3rd. Now running about 1.6 seconds behind Roberts. Jeffrey Porter does get by Townsend. Goes into 4th. Townsend in 5th. And the next one to catch up to him, Stephen Pearson, running about 3 seconds behind Townsend right now.
As much damage as is on Townsend's car, that gap will close. Maybe before we run out of laps, but I don't.
Well, he's starting to close it up a little. Let's see, about 3 seconds right now. So yeah, he's closing the gap. Townsend probably out there just running at all he's got, and they're just, man, with no front clip on that car, it'd be like driving a dump truck out there. I mean, aerodynamic, there is no aerodynamics left on that car. It's all handling.
Yep.
And
yeah, he's driving a parachute.
Yep. Get down there a little closer here and look at the whole front end is just mushroomed right in.
Gonna have about 25 laps to go this time by. We're on a good long green flag run here.
Roberts 1.2 seconds behind Schweiker. Let's get up here on Schweiker for a minute. As we can see, it's really not that far back to Joe Roberts, but to a racer, that's a long haul to get up there.
It is a long ways. Roberts was a 1/10.5 quicker last lap.
And now he's lost a couple tenths, so he's 1.14 seconds.
Yeah, Schweiker cranked it back up a little bit.
Gidman about 2 seconds behind Roberts right now. And Jeffrey Porter in 4th is clear back 10.3 seconds behind the leader. So he's running about 7 seconds behind Gidman. And Townsend's starting to get a little bit of company here with Pearson. Pearson's only 9/10 of a second off the back of him.
Yeah, that car's still not going to perform the way it needs to. And Pearson's car, doesn't look like he's got a scratch on it.
I haven't seen him into anything tonight, but you know, I haven't been watching every single lap that he's been making to see if he got into the wall or anything.
Yeah, he's obviously gotten into the wall. He's got just a touch of right front corner now. I didn't notice it a few laps ago. He just has way more straightaway speed than the 08 car because of that parachute on the front of the 08. He should inhale him right here in turn 3.
Yep. And he does go by him.
$20 to go.
And they still side by side. You know, he finally does clear Travis, so puts Travis back to 6th. Roberts 1.9 seconds behind Schweikert. 19 to go.
Michael Libby just went a lap down there, 8th place.
Next one in line will be Thomas Keane. He's not that far ahead of Schweikert. Just about 2.5, 3/10. I'm sorry, 2.5 seconds. Not 2.5, 3/10. Schweikert was right behind him, actually. As fast as Schweikert's been, that probably will close up pretty quick here. He is starting to close that gap down now. Yeah, he just chopped a whole second off of that. So that'll leave 6 cars on the lead lap. Travis Townsend will be the next one. Well, green flag run. I'll tell you what, it's turned out a whole lot better than I anticipated, Roger.
Yeah, this has been a pretty good race.
Yeah, we've only had 4 cautions. And, wow, I would have expected 6 or 7, maybe even 8 by now. You know, and it's been pretty good. But we didn't have a full field here tonight either. You know, and that really does make a big difference. It really does make a big difference. Schweikert closes up on Keane. Schweikert has led 128 laps out there now. Some tire smoke coming off.
Somebody just blew up. The 08 car.
Yes, he
gave
did.
up the ghost.
I seen that. Unfortunately for Travis, he is going to be done.
So we'll leave 5 cars on the lead lap.
All right. Schweikert does get by Keane, and yeah, you're right. 5 cars left on the lead lap now. Pearson.
Oh, Nathan said like really sideways. He puts in the fence to keep it straight. Now let's everybody get by.
Running back in 10th. Well, yeah, he'll be able to pick up a position, but everybody will be able to move past Travis Townsend. Yep, a few of the guys. Travis may be looking at about a 11th place finish, maybe 12th, about 12th place finish. As long as everybody stays running. Schweikert out in lead, 11 laps to go. Oh, I got the hiccups. Man, they quit doing that.
At the end of this race, I think you're going to see 2nd place maybe change hands.
Gidman's starting to reel in Joe Roberts, huh?
Yeah.
10 laps to go. He's right up there within 0.6 of a second off of the back bumper of Joe.
just been kind of working, chopping away at it.
Now down to 4/10. Well, probably at worst, Joe will be looking at third, which really isn't too bad. You know, give up that spot to his teammate, but he hasn't really even quite got up to his bumper yet. And getting there is one thing, and passing him's another.
Yeah, especially if you get it down here to 5 to go. I mean, every point counts, and Joe's going to try to keep himself in second there. And I know he and Galen are only separated by a point or two, so.
And I can't say as I blame Gidman, you know, I mean, he's right there, and like you just said, every point counts. And if he can get one more point on Joe, man, that's all the better. But,
It's the big picture you got to look at, and every point counts by the end of the season. So, going to have about 6 to go right here.
he's there. Now, if he can get by him, Joe trying to protect that. Oh, he takes it down on the yellow line, and that cost him a little bit of momentum. But Gidman, teammate and all, right there, man, he gave him the room. Seen what happened.
Yeah, Galen's getting a little better run from the center out. We got another one, give it up? No, the 55 car is really slow down here on the apron.
Oh, did Joe get into the side of him?
Nah, I don't think so. I think he had to check a little.
Okay. Well, there goes
Uh-oh.
Gidman.
There goes another one. I think the 21 blew up.
Oh, man.
This is a good race for second right here. Meanwhile, Schweikert is way gone, and he caught Pearson and lapped him, so only 4 cars on the lead lap. And Gidman will prevail right there. He takes away the second position.
Okay. Schweikert coming to take 3 to go this time by. Gidman in second, Roberts third, and Jeff Porter fourth, the only ones left on the lead lap. Now, it looks like if everything goes right, that's probably the way they're going to end up with 4 of them on the lead lap. Porter's only 13.8 seconds behind him right now. We're going to get up here on our leader because he's coming to take 2 to go this time. Next time by, Roger, going to be the white flag.
Been a good race. Went by quick, too.
Yeah, it did. About an hour and 20 minutes.
About an hour and 15 right now.
Yeah. Okay. Pretty quick.
Yeah,
Okay.
went by pretty fast.
White flag's in the air, folks. One more lap. Schweikert been in the lead for 141 laps. He'll have led 142 when he crosses the line. Coming across out of turn 4 and looking for the checkered flag. Coming across the line here, John Schweikert for his win here at Rockingham. Congratulations to John Schweikert. Well, let's see here if we can't. Maybe we'll get Schweikert into the booth with us, Roger. Few of the let's see, we got Galen Gidman and Joe Roberts. They're not even in TeamSpeak, are they? None of them? There isn't even anybody. Oh, John Schweikert is. Okay, I'll get him up here and start talking to him. John Schweikert, you got a copy?
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Well, you bring it into victory lane tonight. Congratulations, John. We were talking to you earlier there and wondering if you were going to be able to do it. You said you felt like it was going to be a track to save your tires. Is that the mission you were on tonight, to save your tires, or were you just running it knowing that these guys behind you were wanting that victory?
I was just giving it everything I had, Rudy.
like I told you before, this track, I felt like it owed me one, so I wanted to put one back on it, and I gave it everything I had, and it's just a lot of fun to race with these guys. And I don't even know what to say.
Well, you led 142 laps out there, John. Definitely the class of the field tonight here at Rockingham. Let's talk about Rockingham. I mean, we were watching several different camera angles there, and just how rough this track is. How did it upset your car a lot in them bumps?
It's really hard. I mean, when you hit them bumps, sometimes it just shoots you up the track, and you're at the mercy of waiting for the car to turn. A couple of times when Joe was behind me, I shot up the track and won and had to wait. He gave me the room to not just stuff it in there and stuff and let me get going again. So I definitely appreciate that and return the favor down the road whenever I can.
Well, that and now talking again about that is the lap traffic. Like you said, it wants to shoot you up the track. Knowing that there's could be a lap car on your outside, definitely going to have to make you change up your line. Did you run across any situations like that out there tonight?
When I came across lap traffic, everybody was real respectful. I mean, for the most part, everybody drove like really smart. I mean, it was a really fun race. Everybody in here just is a class act tonight. I really enjoyed it. I think there was some cautions, but I think it was just unintentional, just where you come off a 2 or something to get loose, or 4 and hit them bumps. It's a really, really tough track, so everybody did a really good job. It was fun.
Well, talking about like maybe next season or a season after that, what would you think about running this track again in the Gen 6? Would you say yay or nay to that?
I'll run whatever the admins throw on the schedule. It's a good time. This is one of the best leagues out there. That's why I stayed. And I couldn't be happier to run with these guys. They're really tough. Joe Rivers, hats off to him. He's really fast this season, and he had really good speed early on. And I was just trying to weather the storm and hope that my set was better on the long run, and it turned out it was, I think. And he's really fast and really good this season, so he's going to be a contender for the championship.
Definitely. All right, well, thanks for talking with us, John, and congratulations on your win. Anybody you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, I just want to say that this whole race, I was kind of thinking about somebody special. I had my grandma; she had a stroke this week, so a big. This race was for her. I mean, that's who I thought about all week, and thought about the whole race. So this one's definitely for her. I want to thank the admins; they do a good job. Thank you guys in the booth and my team over at WCR, and I don't know, man. I'm just happy. I'm humbled, but happy, and a little emotional.
All right, John. Well, best of luck with your grandma there, and I wish her all the best. So thanks for talking with us, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Roger, you got second place?
Yeah, Galen Goodman.
Hey, Roger.
Well, good run tonight. Looks like you kind of saved your stuff a little on that last run, and you made a good run to pass your teammate there, Joe Roberts, at the end. How was the race, and how was your car?
I thought the race was really good. It was interesting to kind of seem like it felt like it was 2 seasons ago, really, with the type of race we had and the kind of the field size and who was all running. It was kind of a interesting feeling. It was a race like we haven't had in a while, but I enjoyed it. The car was, I don't know, man. The car was pretty good. It was just missing something to really get up and run the laps it would need to run to win the race. I made an adjustment on that last pit stop that I wish I'd made on the first pit stop, and it would have been interesting to see what we could have done had we had that adjustment earlier, but I think second was about all the car had tonight.
Well, still looked like a pretty good run, and you guys were pretty competitive out there overall. You got yourself up to the front, went to the back, and worked your way back up there again. This place is tough enough, and working traffic's got to be that much more of a challenge. How was working traffic tonight?
Like I said, I mean, it felt like we were a couple seasons ago. The traffic wasn't nearly as thick as it usually is. So tonight, it's a tough track, but at the same time, the traffic was a lot lighter. So traffic wasn't too bad. I mean, the only difficult thing, I guess, was I drive in these corners pretty shallow. I don't drive them in very deep, and so a lot of times that's a good time to make your move. But I was able to get quite a few guys coming off too, so that's a good place to do it as well.
Well, a great run should help you out in the points. I know John, yourself, and Joe were the top three there, and you guys weren't separated by very many points. So that ought to help you out a little bit. Any last thoughts about the whole thing tonight, and anybody you need to thank?
No, I want to thank all the teammates. I want to thank Joe. I mean, he raced me crazy hard there for that one last spot. I didn't quite know what to expect out of him when I got to him because I really didn't expect to pass him. He'd been faster all night, but he didn't crash me, and that's what teammates are not supposed to do. So I'm happy with how that worked out, and I want to thank everybody at the league, and thank you guys for broadcasting.
All right, buddy. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you again next week. Rudy, you got third place?
Yes, sir. Joe, you got a copy. Well, Joe, another week. Man, I'll tell you what, you've been really inching toward that victory circle. I don't know exactly where you're at in the points, second or third or something like that, but a very tight battle from what I'm understanding. Talk about some of the battles that you had out there on the track, lap traffic and all, and how difficult it was to try to stay up there with Schweikert. He was definitely fast. You were fast too. Was you giving it everything you had, or was it just he was just that much faster?
The car was The car was better than Schweikert's for about the first 10 laps, and then we were dead even from about lap 10 to about 30, and then from that point on, he would get away from me. And that's pretty much was the story of the night because we had restarts, and I can say my pit crew was terrible this evening. Every time I'd go in for a pit stop, the first two times I got a 15-second pit stop. I think a 15.1 and a 15.4. And it kept shuffling me back in third and fourth, and then by the time I'd clear the guys, Schweikert would be about a full second to a second and a half ahead, have to go run him down. And then when I'd run him down, then I'd burn up my stuff. So it was kind of like just a teeter-totter. I mean, the car was fantastic all night. I mean, this is how you win championships, constant seconds, thirds. Hopefully I get that first here eventually. I mean, it's my fourth top five, and I think fourth top five in 6 races if you count the Bud shootout. But yeah, the car was fantastic all night. At the end, I had burned up my stuff a bit, so Galen ended up catching me, and I wasn't about to go and contest my teammate. So gonna let him go on through, and hopefully I'll get the fair return at some time. But no, everybody was very courteous, and it was a really nice time out there.
Well, that's good. Yeah, we didn't have a huge field out there, and we were Roger and I were talking about that before the race. Everybody always says how much they love this track, and it's got character, and yada yada yada, go on, and then people don't show up for the race. So
yeah.
I'm not saying that's the case here, but I've seen it in many other instances. But you guys showed up here. You put on a great show. Only 4 cautions tonight. That's pretty amazing in 150 laps for the Gen 6 on such a rough track. How much did that? We talked to John about how rough the turns were. How much did that have a factor? Toward the end there. I know you were struggling with the car with tires gone away.
Yeah, overall, I love this track. I could drive this track every day, all day. It's just, the tires were gone at that point, so I was having to back up my corners, and if I went and I drove it too hard, I'd slide up the track. But no, it's bumpy, but if you have a good set and you have patience, you can really use those bumps to your advantage. You can launch off them. So it's, I love this track, and I hope we keep coming back, and we've had some good races here. We had last season, we had a wreck early, but then we ended up having a real long green flag run, and we had some real interesting times here, and I hope we keep coming back here.
Okay, all right, Joe. Well, great run tonight. Congrats on third place. Anybody you want to thank tonight?
I want to thank all my teammates, everybody at RPM, my crew chief, Galen, Jeff Porter, Thomas Brandner, Nathan Sedlak, Mike Vining, Scott Drake. They're all the ones who make this possible. Steve Pearson too. Yeah, he finished 5th. So yeah, we're We're a really good team, and I'm really happy we're all working together as we are. We put a lot of work into this track, and just because we didn't win, I mean, we got 4 out of top 5, and to me, that's one heck of a strong finish. So we're all working good together. So I hope we keep it up, and one of us can bring home this championship.
All right, Joe. Thanks a lot for talking with us, everybody, and good job tonight.
Thanks, man. You too.
All right, Roger, let's run down through the results here real quick. 4 cautions. We did have 6 lead changes, which was pretty good out there on a track like this. John Schweikert bringing home the victory here tonight. Galen Gidman second. Joe Roberts third. Jeffrey Porter fourth. Stephen Pearson fifth. Thomas Keene sixth. Michael Leiby seventh. Corey Wilson eighth. And Nathan Sedlick ninth. Roger?
Sean King comes home 10th, 11th to Travis Townsend.
Left your channel.
Jonathan Cogswell, 12th. Ken Worley in the 13th position, 14th to Thomas Brandner with an early exit. Randall Drake in 15th, Stephen Hollingsworth 16th, and I believe that's the end of the field as Byron Daly didn't even take a lap under green tonight. So,
yeah. So, all right. Well, again, congratulations to John Schweikert here at Rockingham for IWCR. You've been watching on MaxSpeedTV. Appreciate all you viewers, and tune in tomorrow night for the Truck Series race here at IWCR. Till then, stay safe.